5 on your side's Keely Arthur spent the week in western North Carolina, asking people how the area is dealing with the damage from Helene 5 months later.
Tonight, Keely is focusing on the cost to rebuild and who is funding it. And Keely, you spoke with people who had one question: where's the money?
Yes, and we're working to get that answer. A 5 on your side review of Hurricane Helene related housing funds found that the money earmarked or currently available really pales in comparison to the need. It's actually billions of dollars short. So we asked Matt Calabria, recently put in charge of the recovery, what he plans to do about it. You talking to us.
I know, thank you so much. I appreciate
a hug 5 months in the making. I first met Stephanie Hargraves virtually in October, 6 days after Hurricane Helene nearly destroyed her Fairview home.
We really don't know what we're going to do.
More than 136 days on, Hargraves still doesn't really know. She and her husband are now living in an Airbnb as they wait for a more than $133,000 restoration on their home to be completed. Much of it will be paid for out of pocket.
It's horrible because, it's like all you see on the news, like all these funds have been distributed but it's like, where is that at? Where is this money?
Where's the money? That's the question many in western North Carolina are asking. Right now, households can apply for up to $42,500 in housing assistance, plus $42,500 for other needs. That's a total of $85,000 from FEMA. The Hargraves, the Tatums, and Sharon Herring were all denied insurance payouts, with insurers blaming floods not covered in their policies. Now they've turned to FEMA for help, each facing very different outcomes. Herring has nothing but good things to say. She received more than $55,000.
FEMA came through. I mean, when I applied, I had somebody contact me within 8 hours.
The Tatums say they were told they would get nearly the full amount, but when they received their check, it was more than $30,000 short.
And we've appealed it.
Hargraves received even less, $9,000. She too is appealing.
It's tiresome for sure.
The problem with FEMA is it's a very confusing process.
That's State Representative Dudley Green. He serves District 85 just west of Asheville. The issue hits close to home. Literally, Helene destroyed it, and FEMA gave him $1,500.
A lot of the issues that people were having that FEMA just did not seemingly have answers for.
Folks are right to be frustrated with the speed of FEMA.
Matt Calabria is the director of the Governor's Recovery Office for North Carolina.
If there are individuals who are having difficulty, they should absolutely reach out to us.
Here's a breakdown of the funds earmarked or distributed for housing costs related to Hurricane Helene. FEMA reports it has provided $372 million directly to North Carolinians. The governor's office has requested an additional $260 million from the state legislature, specifically for housing assistance. Meanwhile, the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development has allocated $1.65 billion, which has yet to be distributed or approved. That's a little over $2.2 billion. Yet state officials estimate total housing-related costs will soar to a staggering $13 billion.
Are we ever going to get to the point where you're going to be able to even get close to that number?
We're going to try to bring to bear as much in the way of resources as we possibly can. It's important to clarify that the $1.07 billion immediate needs budget that the governor put forward is just that. It's just the first step.
For Hargraves and so many others, that step can't come fast enough.
I don't have a lot of expectations, but there are people that really need help.
Now, I asked Calabria about the state's response to past disasters, specifically Hurricanes Matthew and Florence, where reporting by our colleague Kristen Severance exposed major delays in getting aid to those in need. Calabria emphasized that urgency is the core theme of his team's work, and he said that he is doing several things. He's speaking with the governor daily and ensuring that every cabinet agency stays focused on the recovery efforts. Each cabinet secretary, he said, knows this is priority number one. And finally, to increase transparency, his team is building a public dashboard to track progress on debris removal, housing support, and more, making it as comprehensive and transparent as possible.